A simple way to protect your Tacoma's tailgate. Well, good afternoon everybody, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, today I'm going to show you a simple way to protect your Tacoma's tailgate. Now, if you watch the channel, you may have seen this before, but for anybody that's new out there, one of the big problems in my area anyway, matter of fact, I think we might be #1 in the country here, is stolen tailgates. You know, the thing on the back of your truck, this thing that has a camera in it that's very expensive. I've seen estimates to replace these well over $1,500. Now, by the time you pay your deductible, you know, it might cost you $500 to have this replaced, but for less than $2, probably less than $1, you can make it a lot harder. Now, what I'm talking about, this is the simple tailgate security mod, I'll call it, for the Tacoma, or really any truck. Now, if you don't know, it's very easy to get the gate off of the back of your Tacoma, the tailgate. All it has are these two little cords back here. They just slide up, they pop right out here, and then you lift the tailgate up at an angle, and it slips right out of this joint. Push it to the right a little bit, and you're gone. Now, most people that steal a tailgate, they're not going to be nice enough to gently remove the connections for the third brake light, if you have one back there, or the camera that might be in your tailgate, as well as, in my case, the automatic lock that's in the tailgate. And speaking of which, you might say, well, why do you even need to be worried about it? If you have an automatic lock on your tailgate, in other words, you get out of your truck, you push the little fob, and it locks everything up, including the tailgate. These are for those times that you might not think to do it. How many of us have ever parked a truck anywhere and just thought, I don't need to lock it, I'm just running into the store, or simply forgot? This will keep you protected all the time. So what I'm talking about is taking this hose clamp here, and I'll show you the measurement right here. And there'll be a link below if you want to pick one of these up. But all you have to do is put it around your little area here where the tailgate pops out. And then if somebody came along and wanted to steal it, they'd actually have to have a screwdriver. I don't know how many people carry screwdrivers around with them. I don't, at least not walking around. But they'd have to take a screwdriver and remove this off of the little point here where the tailgate slips out to be able to remove the tailgate. Plus, I gotta think, if you're looking to steal something, you probably don't want to be standing there screwing around at somebody's tailgate for very long if you don't have to. So it's really a big deterrent. It's not going to stop anybody from doing that. I mean, if somebody happens to be walking around with a screwdriver, of course, they could go ahead, spend the time to remove this, and then take your tailgate. But I would think they'd just move on to the next guy that didn't think to do this. So let me put you down here. I'm going to show you how this is done. It is very, very simple to do. First of all, you need to grab your screwdriver, and you only need a screwdriver to do this, but you just need to remove or undo the hose clamp here, and then you're going to go ahead and slip it underneath over here and around this little point where the tailgate is actually removed. Move you in a little closer there. So just slip it in underneath there. See if I can stay out of the way of the camera while I'm doing this. And then go ahead and feed the end of the clamp back in where you're going to tighten it back down. So let's go ahead and get that going. Now, you want to go ahead and position this. I do it so that you can easily access the screw. If you wanted to get more security oriented, I guess, you could slide this around and make it a real pain, so you have to reach down in here and have a long screwdriver, or maybe reach up from underneath to be able to get to it. I'm not that concerned. I think this just being on here is a big enough deterrent that you're not going to have trouble. I would make sure that you have it pushed up as far this way as you can. Just to keep it away from the paint and stuff on the tailgate itself. And then just go ahead and tighten it down. You don't have to kill it. You're not trying to, break anything in doing this. Again, it is a deterrent. And there, once you have it tight on there, you can see you can no longer pull the tailgate out through this opening. So that's going to keep anybody from walking up, whipping these wires off, pulling it out of there, and then ripping your wires out of here and pulling your tailgate off. Just a simple little cheap, easy mod to deter anyone from stealing your tailgate. That's it. And you can see here, when I put the tailgate back up, that clip, take a look at it there, is out of the way. So for anybody who is concerned about it rubbing anything under there or maybe knocking the paint off, it does not come into contact with anything on there. It just takes up the gap here so that you can't remove the tailgate itself. Anyway, I just wanted to show that real quick. Again, if you watch the channel, you've probably seen this before, so really more for people who haven't seen it. It's a very simple thing to do, very cheap. I highly recommend doing this as probably the cheapest theft deterrent device that you can install on your truck or your Tacoma. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Also, real quick, little plug, if you would, and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is RobMotive, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator up there. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.